Hello, back with another video. Well, it's crazy times, but with spring break, I'll be able to do 2 videos a month. I've already posted one, and now I've posted another. As I am recording this, it is April 12th, the anniversary of Titanic's first day at sea. I will probably make a short recording when the anniversary for that comes. Anyways, now, for today, it is time to revisit the SS America. The SS America story starts in 1934 when the United States Lines was in a bit of trouble. The year prior, an international board of trade made it illegal for U.S. flagged ships to serve alcohol. And alcohol was used in a lot of things at the time, not just drinks. And so that had a lot of limits to what ships could serve. People tried to stay away from U.S. flagged ships, and so the United States Lines desperately needed to find a way to attract more passengers. The only ships that the United States Lines had were old ships built by other companies and then purchased for United States Lines services, with their most famous ship being the famous SS Leviathan, formerly SS Vaterland of Hamburg America Line. In 1936, the SS Manhattan was put into service, and a year later, the SS Washington was put into service. These were the first 2 ships built by United States Lines, and they were some of the most luxurious at the time, which attracted passengers. United States Lines needed a new flagship for America, and so they decided that they would build the SS America. In 1938, they started construction on the SS America, and as that was going on, they built models and put them in the wave pool to test how it would go in water and how it would float. Miss Roosevelt christened the ship on its launching day, and only 3 months later, it was fitted out and ready for its first voyage. The SS America was the new flagship of the United States. Because of the war in Europe, the SS America was chartered on the America to Panama route. But because of the war in Europe, a little while later, the U.S. joined, and then the SS America was taken to New York for refurbishment. She was now called USS West Point, and troops going to Europe loved her, but some would only get to see her once. The ballroom was turned into medical wards. The cafeteria was not changed, and it was in Pearl Harbor when the Japanese started to attack. It was able to escape, though, and killed 3 planes. In 1933, she sailed in a convoy going towards Europe. But one event that almost ended the SS America / West Point occurred when a kamikaze plane went straight for the West Point, but he missed and was taken prisoner of war camp. After the war, she served for another year, transporting troops back to their homes, and by 1947, she was ready for passenger service once again. She was still serving as an ocean liner for United States Lines at this point, and her first arrival in Southampton was a big event, as before the war, she was not able to go to Southampton and was put on the Panama to New York route. And even with the faster and more luxurious SS United States, she was still a favorite of many. However, the jet age had consumed the era of ocean liners, and with this, the United States and the America were sold off to other various people. She was now an ocean liner for the Greek shipping line Chanderus, going from Genoa, Italy, all the way to Sydney, Australia, non-stop, and became very popular and famous. However, after there was no need for that because of jet airliners, she was then served as a cruise ship. But then, later, after the Chanderus line was going bankrupt, they then sold the America off to Venture Cruise Lines, a cruise line that was just starting off. In fact, the America was their first ship. Also, they renamed it back to America. And it was so filthy on there, so bad, that the health inspector gave it a 6 out of 100. Venture Cruise Lines promised the passengers a relaxing vacation, but some didn't even have rooms due to overbooking. They started picking fights with the passengers and yelling, "We want to be let off this boat." People in cabins weren't even equally as happy. They hated it too, mainly because the beds were hard and some even saw rats crawling around. Eventually, the captain decided to drop off the unhappy passengers at the Bahamas. They were actually promised a limo ride back to the airport where they would hop on a plane back to New York, but that never happened, and they were stranded there. But they did get their luggage. So Chanderis then bought the ship back, thinking it still had a future, and renamed it Italis. It only served 2 months, but became very popular for the time it was serving. Also, I forgot to say this, but during its first career with Chanderis, it was known as the Australius. I don't think I said that. And then after that, it was sold to the Intercummins Corporation and was going to become a prison ship permanently moored in San Diego. But that never happened, and it continued to sit with its original paint job. They put the name Noga on the port bow, starboard bow, and stern. Eventually, it was bought by Silver Moon Ferries and renamed the Alfredos, which in Greek means silver moon. And so they put the name Alfredos on the port bow. And at one point, it was even recorded as sinking. So they pushed it ashore, repaired it, and it continued to sit. The Italis would be the Alfredos's last career. It was bought by the SS American Star Restoration Corp, and they were going to turn it into a museum ship at Thailand. Dry docking revealed that the ship was still in remarkably good condition, and this did not concern anyone. So they began to tow it to Thailand. But during that time, a storm broke the tow line. 6 people on board were rescued the next day by a Navy helicopter. And on January 18th, 1994, the SS American Star struck rocks on the Canary Islands and ran aground, sitting on the beach of Pediaglisi. Only 2 days later, the SS American Star saw its last little bits together and broke apart, only 2 days after running aground. The Canary Islands government then sent over a helicopter every month to monitor the situation on the wreck. After 6 years of sitting, the stern finally broke off. Some speculate that it floated away and sank, while others speculate that, well, it just simply collapsed. The imprints left behind the bow, now sitting with nothing inside of it due to looters, people think that it was definitely the collapsing bit, and there are still imprints of the stern and the well-preserved propellers till this day. In 2004, the ship finally became famous, and if you search up shipwreck, mainly the first ship you'll get is the SS American Star with its stern gone, and all that's left inside are the memories once captured. If you look at photos inside the ship, it looks really ghostly. In 2007, its last remaining funnel fell off. Oh, yeah, when it was Italis, its first funnel was removed. Its back funnel fell off, and the bow, the bow flipped over and tilted onto its side, finally breaking apart. As of 2019, the only way you can see what remains is if it's low tide, really low tide. But if you take diving equipment and go to where it used to be, you can find quite a bit under there. Even the A that had American Star on it. Is there anything I left out? Anything you want to add? Leave it down in the comments. 3 things that I want to make videos on are the SS Princess Sophia, the lifeboat Mona, and the MV Princess of the Stars. The only thing I think I missed out in this video was when the Australis had a collision with an aircraft carrier. But it's not really that big of a detail. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. And remember, don't stop thinking about the SS America and other forgotten ship disasters.